Okay, there's a look at my hand. These were the two cards I had left. And I knew I was going to draw these three. And this was obviously a random. That's all the cards at the draw pile, so. But it's quite a strong hand. You're tempted to maybe use a few impulses, but obviously doing that, allies get more impulses you take, the more they get as well. So anyway, that's a look. So get an allied impulse now. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, fifth core division card. For the first, ninth, and the fifth armour. Fifth armour still aren't on board yet. Yeah, we've got 2 of the first and 2 of the ninth, I think. I think we've destroyed one of the first. Yeah, and there's still one of the ninth to come on board, so they're there. There's nothing in the reserve units box to deploy. Well, out of contact. Ooh, that's actually possible. Hang on. Sorry, I've not got pointing at things off camera again. They're up here. That's a first infantry. But in this stack, there's 2 ninth and 1 reduced first. But I think that might be classed as out of contact because it's a full stack. Missing. Yeah, one of the units in this stack is going to be because out of contact has. It's got two possible conditions. As in allied communication, no German unit proximate and its removal wouldn't create a gap, but this German unit is proximate to both of these stacks. But B is in allied communication, not surrounded, and is the lowest numbered unit in a stack containing at least 5 steps or 8 strength points. Well, this has 5 steps and 8 strength points. So it's the lowest numbered unit, so it's going to be the bracketed one. Oh no, sorry, lowest numbered unit. I'm thinking, yeah. So that guy. So I think he's going to go and redeploy somewhere. So I can't see nothing round about that German unit's proximate to that's within 3 of these guys. That's obviously above. That's the core deployment area. I mean, there's this X here, but it's clearly surrounded, so this can't get German. Well, it's adjacent as well. So I can't see anything within 3 of the actual core or division even. But these 3 that I've marked up the top are within 3 of this unit, which is same army. And German units are all proximate to them. And I just marked them just to show you, but I think we all know where it's going to go. It's going to go to the highest whole value, which is Verviers, which kind of makes sense. So this unit redeploys up to Verviers. So we've not got a clear run there anymore. So it's just an infantry unit. But that's Verviers a city rather than a town. You see it's surrounded by the red. So there's a couple of different things that might happen there. I think it's just chip pool. I think it still gets the +1, same as a town. I think there's obviously certain chip pools that say city, which might be worse for us. Okay, so I think that's going to be their impulse. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to activate 58 core, card 50. And this is awful tough to get through this. So I'm just going to try and move some of them further up. Okay, I'm going to move these guys 4 in the forest, and that's a clear hex, so 1 into there. I'm going to strategic move this infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to move this guy out of here. He'll lose his IP. I'm going to strategic move him as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, not sure. I think I'm going to go into there for his 10th point. Okay, maybe think about it. It's a wee bit risky moving this guy, but so I'm gonna go 1 and then another 3 into there, I think. Yeah, let's go with that. That's all the guys moved. So I've only spent 2 points, so I've still got another activation to come. Okay, I'm gonna activate the 47th. I know I keep saying about maybe should be starting to repair some of the units, but just want to try and push on, I think. Okay, so I'm going to move these guys across the river here. I think. Actually, hang on. Yeah, I don't want to move them all out. I think it would, if I brought another unit adjacent, it would trigger another bridge demolition check. I think, anyway. So I'm going to move these 2 guys across, and I'm going to move this guy across as well, but I think I'm moving these, oh, right, these are flipped. Infantry's full strength, but the armour's reduced. Yeah, I'm going to move these into here. And then that guy goes across the river as well. Now, up here, no, hang on, let's do these guys first. So I'm going to strategically move these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm pretty sure I'm putting them there. Yeah, I'm putting them there. Just noticed, I think I want to move that. Mind you, that leaves that guy 1 strength on his own. I was thinking about maybe moving that infantry 1, 2, 3, which would be quite good. Yeah, I think I will do that. Well, it's a bit risky leaving that guy. So he was here, leaving this guy on his own with 1 strength, but the German's exposed card doesn't count for going across the river. Plus, he would, even if he was attacking, he's coming across the river. So, I mean, okay, there is risks, but so yeah, I'm going to move this guy 1, 2 into the woods, and 3 into that broken hex. And then, where are we? Yeah, these guys up here. I'm just going to back one of them into Hooflays for 2. And I'm going to move this guy 2, 3, 4, 5 into there. I think this infantry up here, way up the top there, still going to have to hold. He's got one of the first SS beside him, but yeah, I still don't want to move him out of his VP hex. So they would be able to just move in with this guy. Yeah, okay. Okay, this infantry, we can strategically move him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess. Okay, I think that's it. Nothing terribly exciting, just try to get them through this horrible forest area, and maybe then we can. I'm sure another allied unit's just going to pop up and cause more trouble for us, but no, that's what we've got. We've got to try and do it. So, okay, so that's 5 points spent. So the allies will get another impulse. Okay, let's see what we get. Oh, that's not good. Oh, special pattern on the move. What does that do? Yeah, so we're drawing 7 core card, and obviously they've got a few units down the reserve units box. But we're on the 20th, and the first command is a special event, pattern on the move. So let's have a look. Yeah, that's not good. I think I would have preferred them deploying their reserves. Pattern on the move is accelerate the arrival of 3 core. Move 3 core units from the December 22nd space of the calendar to the December 21st space. And then add the 3 cards for the 3 core to the Allied command deck on December 21st. So, yeah. Not good. Okay, so I'll move them up to the 21st. And what I'll just do is I think I'll put the 3 cards in the discard pile, or the Allied command discard pile, just so I remember, and then they'll just get shuffled in on the 21st. And just to show you why it's not good, there's the 3 core units. I've got some elite armour. Yeah, quite a bunch. So they're going to be coming in earlier. Okay, just caught up with something there. Was thinking about when I talked about moving towards this bridge and avoiding doing a bridge demolition check. I don't know if I've been thinking about this in the wrong way at all, and this may have caught me out in the past, but my thinking kind of was that if it's your bridge, then it can't then be blown. But all it says in the rules is that if you move a unit adjacent to a bridge, an allied supply can be traced from the other side of that bridge. You do a bridge demolition check. So it was irrelevant me leaving a unit here. As soon as another unit moves into here, allied supply can be traced to there. So any new unit moves into there. Not any new unit. It can only happen in the once per activation. So if I move this other unit in after I've done the check, that doesn't then. But I'd say in the next impulse, I then move, and I activate another core and move them in. That would need to be another check, and I don't think I've ever thought about that before. So, I'm not sure if I may have been caught out by that in the past, unless I'm getting that wrong. I'm just trying to wander back to situations where it's been a German bridge, but again, there's nothing to say, even if it's a German bridge, unless I'm missing the obvious or something. You would think if it was your bridge, though, that it couldn't be blown, surely. Maybe I'm missing something here. Anyway, in this situation, this definitely isn't a German bridge. We've moved a unit adjacent to it. Ally supply can be traced to that hex, so we actually need to do a bridge demolition check in that hex for that bridge. So here we go. Okay, fortunately got a 5, so no harm done. But Yeah, yeah, look out for that one in the future. Might actually also go and have another wee glance at some rules just pertaining to what I'm saying. If it's a German controlled bridge, because let's just say, for instance, this bridge here. Now, if I was to move a unit into that side of that bridge, Allied supply can be traced to that hex. So would I then need to do a bridge check there? Bridge demolition check? Going by what I'm reading in the rules, I think I probably would. I must be missing something here, because you could say the units that I moved through here, as soon as they reach that hex, no, that can't be right. I think I'm away off course here, surely. Okay, just going to read you the rule there. Bridge demolition check 11.4. Each time a German unit enters a hex bordered by an intact bridge and Allied supply can be traced to the hex directly across the bridge hex side, conduct a bridge demolition check. Now that's all it says. 11.42 talks about single check per activation. A given bridge hex side is checked for demolition only once in a single German activation, regardless of how many German units enter a hex bordered by the bridge. So that's fair enough, but the example I've just gave you there, that if I say move this unit and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, when I reach here, Allied supply can't be traced to that hex, which is across the bridge. But when I reach here, Allied supply can be traced to this hex. So, going by what I'm reading, I should then have to do a bridge check to see if that bridge is blown. There's something feels wrong about that. And maybe that's why I've never considered it before, but that's how it's written down. Okay, I might need to be going looking for help here. You might not see this recording. I think I'll post a wee question or have a look at the forums just to be clear on this, I think. Hi all. Okay, I decided I just looked back over that last 5-minute recording. It's been a couple of days went by again, and decided just to leave it in. And the main reason, because I've done a dice roll for a bridge in it, and it's not blowing, and unfortunately I'm now going to have to go back and do another 3 bridge demo checks, because I've been getting this rule wrong. It's this part here about me moving the unit into here and thinking I wouldn't have to do a check. That was daft. I understand that, and I'm pretty sure I've not been doing that in the past. I think I was just confusing it slightly with maybe roadblocks when there's a unit adjacent and whatever. So I don't think I've done that one in the past, but it's what triggered all this off and got me looking into it more. Regarding crossing bridges that I now control. Well, I can tell you straight up now that I've always considered a bridge that was in German control to not being considered to be checked for a bridge demolition. And there's nothing that backs up that statement in the rules. There's nothing that says that I'm right with that, so I've been wrong with that, going by what's written in the rules. I've looked over the forums, and it was one thread in the forum I caught that I'm sure I must have read before. I've actually made a wee post regarding it, just in case anybody else has maybe thought this way too, because I played this game for quite a wee while now. quite a good understanding of the rules. It's a hard game, yeah. I mean, we all miss things. You've seen I've made mistakes already. Some mistakes you're going, oh, why are you making that mistake, Grant? But this, it's written in the rules that you do this, but I don't know, I just assumed, and you know what that makes of us. Anyway, so if you cross any bridge at all, and no matter what side, the example that I was talking about here, about moving a unit into this hex, okay, we don't need to check for bridge demolition because Germans, no Allied supply can be traced to that. But as soon as I go across there, Allied supply can be traced to this hex. 1, 2, 3, and then away. As soon as I move a unit over there, I've got to check for the bridge here. And I don't think it's a very good rule. I've had a wee message away to Martin to see what his thoughts were and to make sure I wasn't missing something, and he's came back saying, no, you're not missing something, that is the rule. And he does say he feels it's a bad rule as well. In fact, one of the examples he gives, which is great, let's just say you've got a unit starting, no, that's not a good example. Here. Let's just say we've got these units starting here. I'll pan the camera up a little bit. These units starting here. Say this bridge is blown, okay? So we've got a unit starting there. We decide to play a bridge. What is it? Bridge engineer card to repair this bridge, right? So, that's it. I'll put it back anyway, right? So that's the situation. So we've got a unit there, and then okay. Yeah, no, there's just one unit there. This is probably a bad example as well, because there's a German town. Does that matter? Okay, I'm giving you bad examples, but let's just look at it like that. So a bridge is broken. Play a bridge engineer card. Fix that bridge, okay? Which I can do as long as there's no Allied zone of control to this side of the hex. I think it is, something like that. So I've done that. I then activate this unit. I cross this bridge. I now have to do a bridge check on this. Let's just say a roll 1 or a 2, the bridge blows. Because Allied supply can be traced to this hex. It's just like, that doesn't sit right with me. I don't know, that's the rules, and again, just even if this bridge is okay, just me crossing from there to there, I've then got to do a check from the bridge that I've just came across. This one's not sitting very well with me. I put that wee post up mainly to just think maybe you are all, like I said at the end, I think maybe you're all just shaking your head saying, Grant, you should know that. That's straightforward, it's in the rules, and it is. But I've put it up there just in case somebody else feels has maybe been playing it the same way as me, because that's how I've been playing it. I've been playing a bridge. If it's a German bridge, unless Allies take it back over again, I don't need to care about checking it for blowing up. It's my bridge. Anyway. Okay, so... and the other hope was that the post might get picked up by John Butterfield, and he may see something that is maybe wrong with the rule, or maybe it's too strict, or... I mean, these last few moves that I've made, all these strategic moves, I'm going to have to go back. I've got a check to do here, 2 checks to do here, but I might make an adjustment to my move based on how I'm now seeing the rule correct as correct. I think I might just adjust things, but I'll show you that. And I've got a check to do here, and all that strategic movement, that could all just get hit on the head. Because that bridge blows, half these units aren't over there. And okay, it's a 1 or a 2, but I've rolled plenty of 1s and 2s up to now. Okay, so I don't know, there's something not quite sitting right about that one. But that's the rules, unless we hear otherwise. And there's no, and the the thread that I posted, I believe one of the guys within that thread that was one of the playtesters possibly, and it seems like he was maybe getting things wrong as well with some of the comments. Have a look at it if you. And it's from back in 2015, I think. I think, anyway. Pretty sure it's an old thread. I can't find anything that's newer that tells me that there is something wrong within the rulebook, so there's nothing in the errata. Okay, no point going on about it. Right, I'm going to try and fix. Now, if there's anything happened previous to this regarding that, I mean, okay, most bridges that I'm going to control are probably going to be not traceable, ally supply untraceable to them. Most of them, these ones up here, even up here, it's very unlikely. But once you start getting to the front of the line and taking these bridges near the front, then this one here, and maybe I didn't, this one is in ally supply can be traced to this hex, unfortunately for me. I thought at first, well, I'm okay, because I seem to remember before there not being a way into here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, you can trace 4 to that, and then that takes some, maybe you can't see everything there, but I can assure you it traces it off the map. So, yeah. That's got a bit of a headache, like, but it's the rules. Okay, let's see if I can fix what I've done. Okay, the first move that I make is this unit. I think he's in Bastogne. I'm just looking at the video playback here. I think he's in Bastogne. No, is he? Yeah, he's in Bastogne. So this unit here. So I'm going to rewind that back, and I want to. Yeah, it was a strategic move I was making that. So let's just do that. But to be honest, I might just stop this guy here, depending on what happens to this bridge, because then once I do, then ally supply can't be traced to that hex. So it makes the other units that have crossed, I mean, if this bridge blows in the first place, it's not going to make any odds. So I'm 1, 2, 3 to there. So I'm going to do a bridge check for there, right? I'll zoom out a bit. And let me see that. Alright, here we go. Okay, an 8. Good. I'm not staging this. I'd like to be honest, but okay, so right, let me just think. I might just stop that guy there to do what I said, because my next activation was the 47th, and I brought I definitely brought these two with strategic movement all the way across. Now, if I leave that guy there, it's a different activation. So if this guy's not here, and I do move him on to wherever he ended up, I'll then have to bridge check here again. I don't want to take the risk of that for the sake of that unit being there. I mean, I'd like that unit to be in there, but do I want to take the chance with... And this bridge is very important to me, because this is my supply trace. So if this bridge does blow, I need to repair it, and I've only got 4 cards left in my hand. So yeah, I'm definitely going to leave that unit there. So I'll just have another look to see what happens next, and oh, sorry, throwing things about there, and just see if there's anything else. I think everything else was ahead of the 58 core guys. They were all ahead of the action, so it was only him that came across. So give me a sec. Yeah, so the next move was strategic movement from this hex with these two guys. That is the Führer Brigade and the 2nd Panzer Unit. And they went 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, like I said, as soon as I reached there for 5, I'm doing that wrong, am I? I'm getting it wrong myself. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting myself all in a tizzy here. Um, that's me used up a good roll as well, isn't it? So what I would have done, I know I hope this isn't messing things about, guys. I just don't want to be. You know, if I can fix it, I'd like to fix it rather than just say, oh, let's just, you know, forget about that. Can I go back and fix it? Which I can. I can fix it. I'm not. There's no new information that's causing any of this to, and I'm not moving you. Okay, I'm stopping this guy short only because you can understand that I'm now realising a rule that I've been playing wrong, and if I leave this unit here, it then protects what I was doing. I mean, what I've done next was exactly what I planned to do. It's nothing to do with this. So I didn't actually have to do this check here because ally supply can't be traced to this hex. Okay, so all I done was just stop this guy short rather than moving him across the bridge. So I didn't need to do that check on an 8. So then these next units, they moved from here, 1, 2, 3, and now there's no supply can be traced to either side, so I can freely move across this bridge. So hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and pretty sure it's there they end up. Is that where I took them from? I think. I'll just double check that. Yeah, they set on the hex just west of St Hubert there, that's right. So that means they needed to do the check. So I hope that sits for you, alright. It feels okay to me. Not perfect, I know, but if I can avoid rolling the dice and blowing that bridge, you know, you can understand that. Now knowing what it is, that bridge blowing is a disaster for me. I'm pretty sure all these units end up out of supply, unable to trace supply. So, okay, it looks like I'm actually getting away with this other one. Okay, so my next movement was, I'm just going to put these guys back to where they were, and it was this infantry unit was here. Okay, and this is what's saving me, actually. Yeah, I'm just looking at things. That's right. And then the two, yeah. So what I done was, I backed one of these into Houffleys. I better just check on the camera which one so I don't get muddled up with that. And I thought I was going to have to do a check here because I said it was supply traceable. Because this unit's still here though, they can't get supply. They needed that hex to get into there to get on that road. So fortunately, if I'd moved that guy first, I would have had to take the check. But that's all good. So then I'll just see it's the 304 one that comes down. Right. Okay. So it's this one that moves in. And then this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. And he stays there. So that was okay. That was good. And then it's just that infantry unit. Yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, and then the infantry strategically moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into here. That was it. So, and then again, we're leaving this unit here. We don't need to take that check when he crosses that bridge. So I think that's okay. So it was only that. Well, actually, yeah, doing that way didn't mean I was taking a check, did it? Well, slightly altering what I'd done by not moving that guy across. And then I thought I was having a check there, but that unit was stopping the supply. Right, sorry, I'm going on here. I think that's okay. But obviously now I've got to keep that rule in mind. This, as I keep harping on about this bridge, it's really important to me if I'm going to do anything in the west. So I'm more than likely going to have to keep probably a unit either side of that. I don't know. Okay. Maybe they need to be guarding the bridge. It's true, the Allies still want to blow these bridges up, stop us. Maybe there's something to it, you know. Okay, let's get moving on. I can't remember where I was after that, so we'll try and work out what's next. Yeah, Patton went on the move next. That's what happened, and brought the 3 core units a day in advance. So we'll see them next day. That was the last impulse, the Allied impulse. So it's now a German impulse. So let me just have a wee think what we're doing. Okay, there's been a couple of thoughts in my head regarding what I should do next. As you recall, I've got some decent cards left. That's what I just jot that down to show you quickly. So, I mean, you know, initially I'm thinking I'd like to try and do something to this guy while he's dispersed. But I know a unit came into Verviers, but it's only a 3 strength infantry unit, and we could have a go at him using the first SS card. I've got a reinforced battle card too, so I'm pretty sure I can have some of the first SS and probably reinforce with this, I think. I think that's probably the better idea. I think we would probably say go for Verviers. Don't worry about this guy too much. You might be able to trap him in there a little bit. I could bring, you know, I could maybe get him surrounded even without, you know. So I think that's what my thinking is going to be, going for Verviers. Okay, yeah, activating the first SS. Going for Verviers. So this stack, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's my reinforce. That's 9. Ooh, do I need all this? Okay, this guy's got 6 movement. Right, he's on his 2 strength side though. So 1, 2, 3. Now this guy's dispersed member. 4, 5, 6. These guys going 1, 2, 3. This guy's gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna join his buddies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just looking and thinking I might actually be able to go for the 2 of them. I need to rewind a little bit. Let me see if it's worthwhile. I can't make my mind up here, guys. I'm going to put this guy back to where he was. Just working out the numbers. I can have, if I drop the odds 6-1 there, my intention was to throw everything at it and get 9 or 10-1. I think it might be ended up 10-1. I would have liked to still had it at 7-1, but if I drop it to 6-1, I can then have 3-1 odds on this guy. He's going to be surrounded as well. He's dispersed. I think I'm going to get 7 chip pools here, and I would end up with 6 chip pools there. 6-1 odds, 3-1 odds. I just don't know. I feel like you're all telling me, no, just go to Verviers, try and get the victory points. Okay, I just feel this is wrong, but I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4,
2, 3, 4. And I'm going to have a go at both of them. These 2 units, I'm going to move 1, then 2, 3 into the forest. So that now surrounds that guy. So if he does have to retreat, obviously he's, that it's just because of his state. Feels like this is probably my last chance to get a shot on this turn. I've still got the second SS card, but I don't like to be pushing them up there, I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance and go for this. I just hope I don't end up regretting not putting more force into there. I'll maybe never find out, because I probably would have had more chip pools, but now I'm not. Okay, there might be, I've got another couple of guys to move. Let me have a look. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to move them. I've got this guy underneath here, but I don't really think there's a great place to... Well, actually... I'm going to move this guy back. I feel like he's not... I could move him. 1, 2, 3... I think I'll just move him into St. Vith. He's not really doing anything there. Mind you could just IP there, and I think I will actually move this infantry out of here. Risky with the old Germans exposed, but 1, 2 and then 3 into there. Yeah, I think I will move this guy back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll move him back into St. Vith, and maybe he can strategic move up eventually to catch up with his buddies. There's quite a strength of allied units in this area though, and we've not got an awful lot. That's what I was maybe wondering about. Let's go with that. And I'm not going to move these guys. So, okay, that's my movement. I'm going to have 2 attacks, and hope I don't regret it. Okay, let's do it before I change my mind. Okay, so I'm going to attack this one first and see what we get. So 2, another 6, that's 8, 11, 14, yeah, 19. So 19 to 3. So 6 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 for wheat, 7 chip pools. Oh, I'm cringing here thinking I shouldn't be doing this. I should be putting more into this. Oh, we've done it now. Okay, so let's get an allied card. Oh no. Hang on, it's 5 core, isn't it? It's a 5 core unit. I wonder if it'll get a defender. I'm just on at the screen. I don't know, the screen could be better than another unit. So, is it a match? Oh no, it's not even a match, is it? Because it's a 9th infantry, and that's the 2nd or the 99th. So, yeah, it's just in case they would. I don't think any of these guys are out of contact anyway. So, no, it's not going to pull in an undetected defender. But it is going to apply the screen effect. So that takes 2 of our chip pools away. Sadly. Okay, well, we can do a bit. Okay, so 6 to 1 odds. Minimum of 2 chip pools, maximum of 5. Of course, this unit's in a city member. Let's have a quick look about the city, just in case there's anything else. I need to worry about. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the chip pools that might give us some grief regarding City, nothing else. You still ignore one hat for it being in a city, just the same as you would a town. Okay, let's get the two chits first. And of course, what's the first chit I draw? A City chit. I had to look at it once or twice though. There's no priority in this chit. It's got broken clear on one side and city forest on another side. And my initial thought was that, oh, I've just thrown that guy off the table, that was maybe a clear hex with a city in it. Maybe I'm thinking that wrong, but the Liège up there looks kind of like they're broken hexes in a city. So, is that a clear hex in a city? And the fact that there's no P on that chit, I'll need to go and rescue that unit. Hang on. That was me attempting to get rid of it in a different way, throw it off the table. Yeah, so I'm not that sure, really. I might just have to have a look. I mean, the other cities, is it Hui or Hugh over there? That kind of looks like it's in a queer hex too, maybe, or broken possibly. It's difficult to say, but the big difference I think is the two hexes in Liège, and they definitely look like a different colour. Whereas this one here in Verviers looks clear. See if I can find anything regarding that. Yeah, well, I can't see nothing regarding that. And although I'd love to believe that clear would take the priority, there's no P on the chat, so I've got to feel that it's the city would clearly take priority. Maybe I'm just missing something in the rules. It does talk about where was it? Terrain. The primary unhexed terrain types are clear, broken, woods, forest and city. And then it talks about road, town and west wall are terrain features that can appear in the terrain types. I don't know. Anybody got comments on that? But I think we'll leave it. Usually if it's going to benefit you, it's not the right decision. So we'll leave it at that. I don't know if it's worthwhile drawing the other three chits. That could just get worse, really, because that's a D-1. In fact, you're sitting at D-2 just now because of the city. With three more chits, I need to draw 3 D1s or better to do anything. What do I think? Sadly, I think I'm just going to leave it. I mean, to get 3 D1s, I'm only going to get one hit on him. He's more than likely just going to hold there and take a step loss. And that's my best result. I mean, that's best case. And it's probably unlikely. And there's a chance I might take a hit. So we're not really getting to see what that battle would have been, or should have been like, shall we say, maybe. Okay, I'm just going to stop there. Yeah, so that was a bit of an anticlimax. Okay, so we'll attack the dispersed units and apply my reinforced battle. Yeah, just had another thought there. No, that's fine. Okay, so we're just going to add these guys to the battle. So we've got 5 and 9, so 14 to 4. 3 to 1. So not great odds, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, elite for 5, reinforced battle for 6. So 6 chip pools. Just let me double check. Is it dispersed? Hang on a sec. Yeah, no, I thought it was the one that you drew an extra chip. I think that's maybe isolated, is it? Oh, it's out of supply. Yeah, so dispersed can always retreat 1 hex. I can disregard 1 attacker hit, and they may not use combat tactics, so they actually just don't get to draw a card. So yeah, 3-1, maximum of 6 pools, minimum of 2. So let's get the 2. Okay, so we've got 1, only attacker armour. This was 4-1, which is just short. The other side was less than 3-1, so don't count. I still need another couple of hits, don't I? He's in a town. Yeah, well, the fact we can ignore an A hit, we'll draw up to 6. Oh, okay, there we go. Just a poor, this bad finish with that town shit at the end. So I think we've got D2 on him. Not sure that's enough, maybe? No, maybe not. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, I'm forgetting he's in the town. How could I forget? This chit done its damage. So, unfortunately, 1 for the town. And then, oh, he's just going to do a whole check there, isn't he? Yeah. Damn. Okay, it was almost about to do the whole check, and then... See, as if losing a step would cause defending unit to exert no zone of control from the hex it occupies, retreat 1 hex. Well, I mean, and if it wasn't dispersed and it lost a step, there'd still be 1 bracketed, there'd be a bracketed unit, but it'd be in a town, so it's still exerting zone of control. But these units are still going to be dispersed. I'm going to have a look up on that one. Sure, I must have came up against that in the past, I would have thought. If losing a step would cause the defending unit, but is that what, that's not causing the defending unit to exert no zone of control, is it? It's not the loss of the step that would cause it. Yeah. Yeah, it's not. I don't think. It's still, I mean, it's not going to exert zone of control, but it's not that that's causing it. Yeah, I think it's still a whole chance. Let me just have a quick look, see if I can find anything on it. Okay, I've had to go in. I've chucked a question up on BGG regarding that. I'm sure I must have come across this situation in the past, but I'm not 100% sure. Because, like I say, it's not causing the unit to stop exerting zone of control, but it's not, the unit's still not going to be able to exert zone of control. So I'll see if anybody comes back with an answer for that. And I think I'll just pass on it and go to the whole check. That seems a safer way. If I get confirmation that they would actually retreat, I'm not sure which hex they're going to retreat into. They're going to retreat, take a step loss. I can always come back to that, I suppose. The thing is, if I happen to roll above the whole check, they're going to do that anyway. So let's do that, and we might get that result. You never know. So it's 4 for the hex, 2 they're single step units, so that's 6. they are surrounded, so that takes it down to 3. But then the next one applies as well. If all retreats would require extra step loss, so that takes up to 7. So the whole chance is a 7. I'll just zoom out there a bit, as you can see there. Oops. Right. Ha! Well, there you go. We've rolled a 9, so it doesn't matter if the answer comes back, because that's them going to retreat. So let's see where they're going to retreat to. Okay, so they've only got two choices, there or there. It's not the withdrawal direction. It can't trace supply. So it says closest to the withdrawal direction. Withdrawal direction's that way. So and the last part is westernmost. So this is slightly more westernmost. So my guess is they're going in there. Now when they do, they'll take a step loss. So the highest numbered unit is that one. So it's going to be eliminated. And it's going to retreat into there for the last hit. That's us got our 2 eliminated units, so in our victory point up to 25. Yeah, so I think that's right. I'd like to know the answer to that question, though. Maybe I'm missing the obvious. It's not impossible. I don't think I actually want to advance into that hex anyway. Don't think there's any real gain to that. So that's us. So, well, sort of successful there, but yeah, I feel I should have chucked all the eggs in that basket over there, shouldn't I? However, it's done now. Okay, so that's a spent 5 command points, so the allies are going to get an impulse. I've got 2 cards left. The 5th Panzer Army card and the 2nd SS Panzer Corps card, so I should probably try and use them both and give the allies only another impulse, but there's a temptation there. But we'll see. So I'll tidy things up and we'll get an allied impulse next.